Hello, everyone. I am Renowned Zero, and today we're going to be talking about Star Wars director Sharmeen Obaid Chinoy believes her film is a part of a critical mass of women who have begun to move forward in places that were previously closed to them, which is not the case, considering that women have been in films since the 30s. Since the 30s, with Gone with the Wind. They're not breaking new ground in any way, shape, or form. We're going to jump in this article here from Bounding into Comics. Newly announced Star Wars director Sharmeen Obaid Chinoy recently provided some details about her upcoming film and how she believes it's part of a movement of women to move forward in places previously closed to them. Meanwhile, Daisy Ridley was in Star Wars already. Speaking with Vice News, Obaid Chinoy first provided details about the upcoming film, saying, Hi, my name is Sharmeen Obaid Chinoy, and I'm directing the next Star Wars film. Nobody cares. It's Ray Palpatine. And Disney Star Wars sucks. I'm excited about bringing Daisy Ridley back into the Star Wars galaxy and telling her story. I am excited to be immersed in the Jedi Academy. I think there's more excitement around the new Jedi Order. No, there isn't. There would only be excitement around the new Jedi Order if it was Luke Skywalker rebuilding the Jedi Order, not Ray Palpatine. She continued, I've always kicked open doors that were previously closed, and I think my feeling is that there is a critical mass of women who have begun to move forward in places that were previously closed to them. I've been a filmmaker and a storyteller for the last 20 years, making garbage. And a few years ago, I began to think about what I wanted to do, she said. Miss Marvel was coming around, and I thought about a brown Muslim superhero and what impact she would have on the way young girls view themselves. Young girls were able to see themselves in Princess Leia in the 70s. It's weird. And my filmmaking and storytelling has always been about championing heroes, men and women, who really go through extraordinary circumstances to create a better tomorrow. Yeah, Ray Palpatine did not go through any extraordinary circumstances at all. She was perfect in every way. She could do everything better than everybody else. Not really a character you look up to. Obaid Chinoy then went on to detail what she plans to bring to Star Wars. When I became a filmmaker, it was around 9/11, and it was at a time when brown and Muslim filmmakers really existed. This is our time. If you see Joyland, that's a film that has come from Pakistan. If you see actors like Riz Ahmed and Kumail Nanjiani, Iman Vellani, the Miss Marvel Pakistani Canadian girl, and how she's become a global icon. She's not become a global icon. No one gives a shit about Miss Marvel at all. In the soil that you live on in Pakistan, creativity has permeated through that for centuries. Remember that you come from these deep roots and carry that through. Because the censorship, the pushback is temporary, she proclaimed. We will rise and we have been rising, and when one person comes out, they need to open the door for another. No, everyone just needs to get good at their craft and not just be handed something like Star Wars because reasons. As for her claim that the film is somehow part of a critical mass for women who have begun to move forward in places that were previously shut to them, the truth couldn't be farther from that. Kathleen Kennedy, a woman, is the president of Lucasfilm and one of the key personalities making creative decisions when it comes to Star Wars. In fact, back in 2015, before The Force Awakens even debuted, Kennedy appeared at the Most Powerful Women Summit hosted by Fortune magazine, where she revealed one of her goals was to hire a female director. Just because she's a female director and probably has no talent, just like her. Kennedy said, quote, I also feel that it is going to happen. We're going to hire a woman who's going to direct a Star Wars movie. I have no doubt, and it's going to be complete shit. On the other hand, I want to make sure that we put somebody in that position who's set up for success. It's not just a token job. It's going to be to look out and try to find a woman that we can put into a position of directing Star Wars. So here you have this shitty director who doesn't know shit about sci-fi or Star Wars. Interestingly, Kennedy went on to lament that she actually had an issue with finding female directors because many of them were not interested in Star Wars because it's a boy brand. It's not a girl brand, and you got rid of the boys to bring in no girls. At least no girls that weren't already fans of Star Wars. I have a huge number of men who call me constantly and tell me how much of a Star Wars fan they are and how much they want to get involved in anything to do with Star Wars. Yes, because people like that respect Star Wars as Star Wars lore and what Star Wars is, unlike you, Kathleen Kennedy. I don't have a lot of women who call and have those conversations with me because the majority fan base of Star Wars is male. It's not hard to figure that out. Now, that's not to say there aren't Star Wars fans out there and women who have been. Their careers have been shaped by Star Wars if they're in film, but it's not in the same way that it is for men because it's a male franchise. It's a male-dominated franchise. So that's one of the challenges that we keep talking about. Is if we do want to bring a woman into direct a Star Wars movie, again, I think it's going to be garbage. We're making a movie about a character nobody cares about. We want to make sure that it's somebody who's passionate and really, really wants to do a Star Wars movie. I can tell you right now, this person is not passionate at all. She's not even talking about what the movie is going to do. She's talking about how women have been held back, essentially. We don't want to talk to somebody. We don't want to talk somebody into it. The door to direct the Star Wars film was not closed nearly a decade ago, so it's unclear what in the world Obi-Chinoy is talking about. On top of that, the top executive position is held by Kathleen Kennedy, a woman at Lucasfilm. So yeah, just a bunch of drivel nonsense from a bunch of shitty directors and shitty women in Hollywood that think that they're essentially better than everybody and think that women haven't strode hard enough to be in acting and directing. Meanwhile, James Cameron's wife directed The Hurt Locker. She won an Oscar over her husband for Avatar. Yeah. Okay, bitch. Yeah, whatever you say. Thank you all for checking out this video. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, returning viewers. If you do like the video, hit that like button. Comment below what you feel about all this. Subscribe for more content. Hit the bell for notifications. Set it to all that way you get notifications anytime I post a new video. And I'll see you all on the next one. Peace.